You are about to learn 5 effective techniques to demand respect in any given circumstance, and this is true whether you are a Sigma male or just a quieter sort of person. You are probably well aware of the fact that having people appreciate you makes life a great deal simpler. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go right into it. Number 1. Demonstrate your firm resolve. Let's not sugarcoat this, shall we? People who are timid, hesitant, and lack conviction in the things that they accomplish will find that the world is not a welcoming place for them. Has a significant and detrimental effect on how other people see you, and this perception is not always justified. However, we happen to live in a society in which others form opinions about us based on our outward appearance. People will instantly believe that you are timid and shy if they think of you as a guy who is timid and shy. This is because people base their perceptions of you on how you come across to others. Even if you are not who you claim to be, you may still speak with conviction by projecting an authoritative and self-assured tone into your speech. But this is not enough. Your body language must also reflect this confidence. Now, if you want to demonstrate conviction when you talk and say things like you mean them, it is helpful to practice making statements more often than you are asking questions. This will help you say things like you mean them and show that you mean what you say. You have to understand that people who are reserved and timid frequently receive a bad rap because of the perception that they lack conviction in what they have to say. And if you truly want to demonstrate your conviction, all you have to do is speak in a manner that exudes self-assurance and demonstrates that you really do mean what you say. If you have a tendency to be more reserved, saying and doing things with conviction can show that despite the fact that you might be a quiet person, you are not weak. And as long as you demonstrate that you are reserved but not weak, other people are going to respect you. This is because most people out there are really good at picking up on weakness. Number 2. Pace yourself and take frequent pauses. Even though the majority of male Sigma males are recognized for their leisurely and relaxed body language, one of the most effective ways that they demand respect is just via the manner that they speak. This is one of the things that makes them so well known. It's true that speaking slowly and pausing frequently can be challenging, but when it's done correctly, people respond positively to it. We will elevate the respect that is due to your name. People frequently get into the trap of erroneously believing that stillness is a sign of weakness, rather than embracing their introversion and changing what may at first appear to be a weakness into something that may really be considered a strength. Some of the most respected guys out there are not the ones that are continuously yelling over each other and taking up all of your hearing space with their chatter. Men who have come to terms with the fact that they are natural are really some of the most respected men in today's society. They are often more reserved than other individuals, but they have made the decision to utilize their reserve as a kind of power or as a means of gaining the respect of others. You must understand that speaking slowly gives the impression that this is the case. Because of this, whenever you talk, people will listen to what you have to say because they will believe that what you have to say is genuinely essential regardless of whether or not it is. Because of this, whatever you say has a much higher level of significance. Increasing the length and randomness of the pauses that you take between your sentences is another strategy that might assist to magnify whatever it is that you are expressing. And if you see practically any male role played by Sigma I in any of the best movies, you'll note that almost all of them talk slowly, and they constantly hesitate in between the things that they say. You know, the majority of males consider silence to be a sign of weakness. However, if you truly embrace it, you can really utilize it to your advantage. This will enable you to significantly increase your appeal while also persuading other people to respect you. Number 3. Establishing one's authority through sustained eye contact. Now, if you are someone who is naturally silent, avoiding eye contact is the worst thing that you can do for yourself. It is nearly always considered to be the surest evidence of weakness and a lack of dominance in guys when they are quiet and are unable to maintain eye contact with other people. Now, we have all heard the proverb that the eyes are the window to the soul, but if your eye contact game is poor, then your eyes are more likely going to be a way to everlasting virginity. If your eye contact game is weak, then your eyes are more likely going to be a window to endless virginity. You have to understand that making eye contact is one of the most essential components that go into accurately assessing the kind of person that you are. And when they do so for the first time, they will really utilize your ability to make eye contact to rapidly assess you and determine where you are in relation to these social hierarchies as well as where you stand in terms of your level of confidence. Because they are able to truly show their authority through their eye contact, Virtually all male Sigma males demand respect, despite the fact that they are quite silent. This is due to the fact that they have perfected the art of maintaining eye contact. It's also not unusual for males who are insecure about themselves to completely avoid making eye contact with other people. And believe me when I tell you that you, Sigma males, or any other man who possesses genuine self-confidence, do not want to be this person right now. It is not going to be shy about looking other people in the eye, particularly when they are meeting him for the first time. And eye contact is really utilized as a direct signal of authority among wolves. Case in point. As a result, alpha wolves will lock eyes with other wolves as soon as they come into contact with them in order to assert their superiority. And the same method may also be utilized by people, but to a much more limited extent. Therefore, as a general rule, Sigma males will hold eye contact for a little longer period of time than is typical when they are initially conversing with somebody. This serves as a way to indicate, hey, I might be quiet, but I am not weak. There are, however, some nuances to this, as the last thing that you guys want to do is walk about looking at other men in an attempt to establish your dominance over them. The best thing for you guys to do is to avoid doing this. There are going to be instances in which another, or perhaps a lady has disrespected you, in which case you should give her the kind of eye contact that a wolf could give to another wolf in order to communicate who is the dominant member of the pack. You don't want to be looking at people all the time like they just kicked your dog or something, and you do want to hold eye contact in a way that is cool, calm, and collected in the majority of the situations that you will find yourself in. However, in pretty much all other situations in life, or the majority of the situations that you will find yourself in, you want to hold eye contact in this way. C. Being able to maintain eye contact with a female you just met is very significant because of how vital it is to make excellent eye contact. Is, without a doubt, one of the factors that might make a man appear more alluring to a woman. Number 4. Coping with unfriendly attitudes. When you are a true Sigma male, people will constantly want to test you, just as they would want to test unless they themselves are weak. This is because when you are a true Sigma male, people want to test you. You come across as courageous and self-assured individuals. The way in which you respond to hostility will have a significant effect not only on how the other person sees you but also on how the rest of the world sees you. Because it is simply how the social game works for us humans, we will test people who appear to be strong and confident in a ruthless manner. If you want others to respect you despite the fact that you keep to yourself most of the time, one of the most effective strategies to achieve this goal is to ensure that you constantly and frequently speak up for yourself. People, especially young women, will want to get to know a man better if he is reserved. And the most effective method to accomplish this is to behave antagonistically or impolitely toward the individual in question. You will see that when confronted with aggression, guys who are weak or men who are not truly Sigma males will generally fall and collapse like a house of cards because they are unable to maintain their composure. Because of this, they wind up being quite incensed, they wind up becoming extremely emotional, and they could even throw a bit of a tantrum. You also come to realize that individuals like James Bond are always put in dangerous situations where they must overcome opposition. Whether it's a crazed Russian man in a nuclear submarine who is trying to bring about the end of the world, or even if it's only a beautiful female who wants to discover what he's truly made of, how you respond to hostility will decide whether or not you succeed in overcoming it. People respect you. Non-reactivity is one of the most important characteristics of a Sigma male, and it's definitely one that all guys who are quiet should seek to master. Being able to handle hostility and being able to stay calm, cool, and collected under pressure will give other people pretty much no other option but to respect you and respect what you stand for. Non-reactivity is one of the most important characteristics of a Sigma male. Number 5. Make sure your body language is animated. One of the most effective strategies in my book is one that you may use if you are normally a reserved guy or what many people would refer to as a Sigma male. Simply by animating your body language in a confident and assertive manner, you may command respect from other individuals. To convey through body language that what you say truly doesn't matter, which is pretty much the worst thing that a quiet person can do, next to not maintaining eye contact and not stating things with passion, is pretty much the worst thing that a quiet person can do. According to a number of studies, the fundamental method by which humans communicate with one another is not spoken conversation. Rather, it is via the use of body language. Therefore, the way that you move or the way that you speak is ultimately going to be far more significant than the actual words that are coming out of your mouth. In other words, the words that come out of your mouth are secondary to the manner in which they are said. Think about what you do with your body when you talk most of the time. Almost all of the male members of Sigma communicate with lively body language. If you are normally quiet but want to garner respect, you should think about what you do with your body when you speak. Men who are both quiet and timid tend to communicate solely via their mouths and don't make use of the rest of their bodies. If you genuinely want others to respect you, you should not behave in this manner. To animate your body language, you should focus less on attempting to mimic a state of high energy and more on just practicing speaking more with your arms, hands, and the rest of your body. This will help you become more animated in your body language. It is a good idea to attempt animating your body language and communicating more with your full body rather than T with your lips. Instead of keeping your hands in your arms at your sides and speaking only with your mouth, it is a good idea to try speaking just with your mouth.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.